know we've been talking about all the corners, and I know we've been talking about a lot of prospects this year, but this is the corner that the Lions really need to draft. I know that there's Keely Ringo. I know that there's Christian Gonzalez. I know that there's Emmanuel Forbes. I know that it's Devin Witherspoon. I know that it's Deontay Banks. I know that it's a lot of guys that we've been talking about, and it's just the same guys, Joey Porter. All of these guys we've been talking about, but nobody is really talking about this corner right here. Julius Brents is a dog. And if you don't believe me, go watch this kid's body of work, and I guarantee you it's going to change your mind. Is he perfect? No, because no prospect is perfect. But this dude played some elite football for Kansas State last year and really, really looked good, man, in the 101s at the Senior Bowl. He is probably one of the only corners that I know that pretty much has met up with a lot of the teams in the NFL. A lot of teams have their eyes on this kid. He could be the next Tariq Woolen. And what I mean by that, he could be one of those guys that you wasn't really thinking about, but can come out and really, really make a splash. This kid has, he has everything, man. He can do it all, whether it be playing in a press, whether it be playing in the zone coverage, whatever you need, this kid can operate in. Brents has that incredible combination of size, speed, and explosion. His measurables are off the scale, standing at about 6'3", with arms that are in the 93rd percentile, a vertical leap in the 98th percentile, and a broad jump in the 100th percentile. Brents has that straight line speed to recover, has ball skills. His ball skills are tremendous. Good hands and the potential to take it to the house at any time. Brents gets his hands on the ball, can get under a receiver's chin, and has the speed to flip his hips and run downfield. Brents has the quick and surprisingly powerful hands to just receivers early, but at his best peak, he's at his best when he's peaking in the backfield. He is a heavy hitter who used to play safety, but now he moved to the corner, if you didn't know that. So he is a heavy hitter at corner as well. I know we think that Devin Witherspoon is probably one of the best physical corners in this draft, but this kid can bring the heat and the fire and the thunder too as well. His play has consistently improved every year. In 2022, he put a year together where he was elite in both run defense and in coverage, where he allowed a QB rating of just 57.7. That is awesome, man. Amazing in jump ball situations, able to use his height to high point the football, rarely loses at the high point to get the football, will be dominant in the red zone, offers position versatility. So that means that this dude can play corner and safety. Was originally a safety, but switched positions to take advantage of his height and his long speed. Very aggressive player, both in coverage and as a tackler. Able to get into the backfield on blitzes. He plays zone defense well, but he plays press coverage like a experienced pro corner. Has smooth body control with fluid ability to plant and redirect in any direction. Plays fast and decisive, arriving to the play with fierce intentions. Do you hear me? Fierce intentions. That means he's trying to take your head off. Gives up his body in run support, who is able to play the run as well, with a very good closing burst. He has a great closing burst to be able to get to the ball. Tracks the ball well downfield and shows good ball skills, including the ability to go up and high point in contested catches situations. This dude right here, man, when I started watching the film on him, man, I could not believe how good this guy is. And nobody is talking about him. And I wanted to talk about him and bring it to your attention that the Detroit Lions need to take a look at Julius Brents. I know that everybody keeps talking about the same players over and over and over. The draft, you have to look at the draft as an entirety. You can't just look at the first round or the second round. You got to be able to just open up your eyes and see that there's more players out there that will be able to bring something to your team. I believe if the Detroit Lions was able to draft a kid like Julius Brents, it would be a nightmare for teams. This dude standing at 6'3", and normally this is the type of corner that the Seattle Seahawks take. The Seattle Seahawks love to take the big corners for some reason. They love those big 6'3", 6'4" guys. You know, they've always been known for that. Richard Sherman and Brandon Browner and Cam Chancellor. They just known for taking big defensive backs, and then now lately with Tariq Woolen. But if the Lions were able to draft this kid right here, I would take this kid in the second round. I'm not going to kid you guys not. Make sure you guys go and check out his body of work. Julius Brents is a dude that I would take out of all of these corners in the draft. I know that everybody's been talking about Christian Gonzalez and talking about how fluid he is with his hips and how he's able to get around and make plays and stuff like that. But this dude is a playmaker as well. This dude got dog in him, man. Whoever gets this kid is going to get a stud and a hidden gem in this draft. The Detroit Lions need to make sure that they do their homework on the corners. Julius Brents is a kid that I would definitely take in the second round. There's no ifs, and buts about it. I'm taking this guy. I know that everybody's been talking about Joey Porter. I know that everybody's been talking about Christian Gonzalez. I know that everybody's been talking about Kelee Ringo and Deontay Banks and Emmanuel Forbes. But you need to open up your eyes to Julius Brents. This kid is a straight playmaker. This kid can straight ball, and that's what you need. If you're the Detroit Lions, you need guys that have that swagger, guys that play with that out on the field. That's what you need, man. Detroit needs that. They need this type of player on their football team. I've always wanted to see Detroit have like a bigger corner or a bigger safety, somebody that can just lay the wood on somebody and be able to keep up with the receivers. And Julius Brents is definitely a guy that I would draft. I'm hoping that Brad Holmes is really, really looking at all these corners and not just looking at the Christian Gonzalez, not just looking at Joey Porter, not just looking at Kelee Ringo or looking at Deontay Banks or Emmanuel Forbes or even Devin Witherspoon. This kid has the height at corner to be able to be physical with some of these bigger receivers, standing at 6'3", 6'4" almost, 200 pounds. It's not slow at all. Runs about a 4.5. This is what you want at the corner position, man. I can't sell it any better than this. This dude is a hidden gem in this draft, and I definitely think that Brad Holmes really, really needs to do his homework and take a look at this kid's film, because when you look at his film, you see a guy that's locking down people and a guy that's coming up punishing people on the run. He is a physical hitter. He is a guy that's going to come up and plant you into the ground. This dude can hit, man, and he can high point the football using those long arms. Arms are 34-inch long arms, man. Big hands. Man, the Lions, if you're the Detroit Lions, man, you cannot afford to not take a look at this Julius Brents kid, because he could be the ideal type of corner that the Lions could take in this draft and ultimately make this defense better. Because at the end of the day, that's what Brad Holmes has to do. He has to make this defense better. And you got to go out there and do your homework and find the dogs out there. And I definitely think that whoever gets Julius Brents is going to be a dog. He's going to be a dog for that team. He's going to be a hidden gem for that team. I love this kid's ability to play on the field. So make sure you check out his body of work. Go look at the film and you'll understand what I'm saying about this kid. He's physical. He's a great tackler, and he can stay with a lot of receivers, and he can play in any defense, whether it be man, whether it be zone. He can do it all. But I love this kid, man. Julius Brents, man. You got to go check him out. All right, guys. This is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll be back to you soon with another video. I'm out of here. Peace.